Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Empowered Empath Experience. I am Sarah May, and I am so excited to be sharing this experience with you today and for the next 3 days. Say hello in the comments below or in the Zoom room. We are currently live in the Empath Awakening Facebook group as well as on Zoom. Say hello and let me know who's here live. Whether you're here live or on the replay, please know that you are here at the exact right time. And I am so excited for you to be here. I'm going to go ahead and check the comments below and see who we have here with us today. Katie. Hi, Katie. Hey, girl. Hey. Long time no see. Welcome to Empath Awakening and the Empowered Empath Experience. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Krista. Hello, Ginny. Hello, Juniper. Hello, Hayes. Hello, Valerie. I'm seeing so many beautiful, familiar faces with us here today. And this is just so very exciting for me. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Today on the Empowered Empath Experience, we are talking all about grounding. And I'm super excited to be teaching you about this because this is the first thing that I believe absolutely everybody needs to work on is being grounded, connecting ourselves to the earth, to our earth mother, and really giving our energy a place to go. So many of us are holding on to our energy, and it really affects us. So learning a way to allow our energy to move through us is one of the most powerful things that we can do as people. So I'm very, very excited to share this class with you today. Playing with my slides real quick. Give me just a moment. Okay. So like I said, we are live on Zoom and in the Empath Awakening Facebook group. If you are registered, thank you so much for registering. That is the best way to really experience this experience, because then you're going to get all the email updates. You're going to know when we're going live. You're going to know where to get the replays, and anything else that I decide to send out along the way, you're going to get that as well. So please, if you have not already registered, it is not too late to register. We can go ahead and do that. Also, I want to let you know, this is a 3-day experience, and it's very important that you're here for all 3 days if you can make it happen. And like I said, we are here live, 1 p.m. CST, today, tomorrow, and the next day, but we will have replays available. Replays are going to be available in the Empowered and the Empath Awakening Facebook group, as well as on YouTube. So you can keep up with it whether or not you're able to be here live. Why is it so important that you stay for 3 days? Well, there is a process that we are doing here. The Empowered Empath Experience is like a mini version of my course, Empowered Empath Foundations. And that is where you really learn the basics of energetic hygiene and living your life as a balanced and grounded empath. And today we're starting with grounding. Tomorrow we're moving into a healing. Like I said, we want to connect to the earth. We want to connect to the ground and have a place for energy to go, except for hiding in our body wherever it can, right? So we're going to create that ground today. Tomorrow, we're going to do an energetic healing. So far, it is looking like we are doing a chakra clearing and balancing. There is a poll in the Empath Awakening Facebook group, as well as the Healing with Sarah May Facebook page. If you would like to vote on what healing and what topic we talk about tomorrow, please do so, because probably around 3 o'clock, I'm going to end the voting on that, and we're going to go ahead and start setting up for tomorrow and tomorrow's healing experience. So day 1, we're grounding. Day 2, we're clearing with the healing. And on day 3, we're really going to connect to our inner light and start to let it shine. which is the most powerful thing that we can do as empaths. And what we came here to do as empaths is to really let our light shine for the world so we can ignite the light of others and spread the light throughout the collective. I'm so super excited that you are here today. And I know that the universe wouldn't have brought you here if you weren't ready for this. You being here now tells me that you are ready to let go of the past, take off the mask, and manifest the life that you desire as your authentic self. I am your host, your guide, Sarah May. I am an energy healer. I am a light worker. I am a life coach, and I am the founder and instructor of Empowered Empath Academy. It is my goal to help as many empaths and sensitives as possible to wake up to their empathic superpowers, to plug in to the universe and really live their best lives as their most authentic selves, serving the light missions that we came here to serve. Grounding is the most important thing that we can do because it is how we first connect in. When I started my healing journey, I was extremely ungrounded. In fact, I thought grounding sounded like a punishment. Think about it. When you think of grounding, what is the first thing that pops up for you? For me, it used to be when I got in trouble, right? I was grounded. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go home. But that's what we're talking about, right? What we're talking about is we are talking about connecting in to the earth, connecting in to the all that is, and the one that is all of us, right? I'm talking about fully getting into your body and into your incarnation and embracing who you are and your earth walk. This is a powerful, powerful thing. So this is what we're talking about today. Today we're going to talk about what is grounding. What are the signs that I might be ungrounded? And what can I do to ground myself when I am ungrounded? Oh, I see you guys laughing in the comments. Yes, I thought about that too. You guys are funny. Hello, 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 Jenny. Welcome. Hello, Madeline. Oh, I see people popping on. Welcome, welcome, guys. So let's go ahead and let's get started with what is grounding? What does it mean to be spiritually grounded? Being grounded means that you are fully present in your body and you are connected with Mother Earth. When you are grounded, you feel centered, you feel in balance, and you are able to come back to that center and balance quicker when you are thrown off. As empaths and sensitives, we can get overwhelmed and bogged down with not only our emotions, but the emotions of others around us, the emotions of the place around us. So many different energetic things can hold us down and bog us down and throw us off and get it to where we're quick and we're reactive. But when we learn how to ground, when we learn how to ground out that energy and we're not carrying around what isn't ours, when we take the time to get fully present in our body and connect with Mother Earth, then we're able to walk around strong and able to handle all of that. It's powerful, powerful what you're able to do with energy as an empath once you're grounded and you're able to work it and have it work for you instead of against you. Hello, Amanda. Welcome, welcome, my love. I'm so glad that you can be here. So, how do you know if you're ungrounded? Now, I know that for the longest time, I didn't know that I was ungrounded. And like I said, when someone told me it, I didn't even want to hear it. I was like, no, we're not talking about grounding me. I don't want to be on this planet. I don't want to be like even more connected. Absolutely not. I was not about it. So I didn't know. I didn't know what it meant, even when people tried to tell me. And it's not something that I was taught about as a child. But now I know what it feels like to be grounded, so I can identify what it was like when I was ungrounded. So let's look at some signs that you're ungrounded. It's 1:11, y'all. Make a wish. Let's look at some signs that you're ungrounded. And if you're seeing signs that are you, throw some hearts in the comment. Let me know that you're resonating with this, and send yourself some love for these wonderful, wonderful symptoms that we get to enjoy as unbalanced empaths. So some signs that you're ungrounded, and this isn't just for empaths. Everybody needs to be grounded. Everybody can have these symptoms because they are not grounded and because they're not in their bodies and connected to the earth. So first of all, a feeling that it's just an uneasy feeling, just feeling uneasy or lost or disconnected. For me, it just feels like something's wrong, right? Like something isn't right, you know? And just not, I didn't feel connected. I didn't feel in my body. The first time that I met with an energy healer, she told me that I was completely out of my body, about a foot above my head. And I felt that way. I was up in the clouds, walking around very disconnected, and I was very spacey. That leads us into number 2, difficulty concentrating. When you're ungrounded, when you're not in your body, when your head is not in your head, when your spirit is floating around somewhere out here and you are down here, that can cause you to have a really hard time concentrating or keeping any kind of focus, which can make it really hard to complete things. And it can also make you very forgetful. Also, when you're ungrounded, you're going to find yourself questioning things. It'll be harder and harder for you to make decisions, and especially harder for you to make gut decisions because you don't know what you want because you're not connected to those parts of yourself. Also, you're going to have a difficulty connecting to your higher self since you're not in your body. It will be harder to connect. When you are ungrounded, it's not unusual for you to be accident prone, over emotional, or overwhelmed. Like I said, ungrounded empaths that don't know what to do with all this energy that they're taking on, they don't have anywhere to put it. So they just kind of store it in their body, which makes them extremely overwhelmed. And they're so full of emotions and they have so much going on at the inside. It's anything can make their cup, and you fill it up with everybody else's feelings. There's no room for your own. So when you have your own, it just overpours, right? So this can make us highly over emotional because we're holding on to all kinds of emotions that we don't need to be holding on to. And that leads to feeling overwhelmed. This can also make you feel very anxious, as one can imagine, and cause you to lose a lack of excitement for things that you typically enjoy. Now, you may notice that some of these sound like things that we experience when we're having mental health issues, and that is absolutely true. Now, while I'm not going to tell anybody not to go to their doctor or therapist, please continue with the people that are helping you. If you are experiencing depression, anxiety, any kind of mental health issues, especially things that have to do with mood swings, starting a grounding practice, finding a way to calm your nervous system and regulate your nervous system can be one of the most powerful things that you can do for your mental health. So if you're looking at these things and you're like, yeah, that's my depression or that's my BPD or whatever you're feeling, absolutely, it could be that, but this can really, really help you. So if those are feelings that you experience, throw some hearts up in the comments. Let other people know that they're not alone in this. I'm going to throw some hearts up. Like I'm saying, when I started my mental health journey, when I started my spiritual health journey, these are all the symptoms that I was having. I felt this way all the time. When I found my first healer, I was chakras above my head, sleeping 13 hours a day to be awake for 8. I was unable to hold a regular job, and I was in constant pain. I broke out in hives from just like existing, just from stress. I'd be driving somewhere and anxious about it, and I broke out in hives all the time. Like my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health were all shot when I found energy work. And then within a month, I felt what it was like to have my nervous system be regulated for the first time in my entire life. I had never felt that, you know, and I was grounded and I was connected and I was in my body and I felt better than I ever had in my entire life. I was no longer in pain. My periods were no longer taking over my life and controlling half of my month. I wasn't breaking out in hives from everything. I was able to sleep a regular amount and be awake for a regular amount. I didn't have mood swings that were all consuming. It's so amazing what this work did for me, which is exactly why it is my goal to bring this work to as many people as I possibly can. I see you guys throwing up your hearts and I appreciate it. You guys being vulnerable and sharing that, yes, you too have been ungrounded and felt these things, right? So now let's look at what it looks like when you're grounded, right? So we know what ungrounded looks like, and so many of us know what that feels like. I see you guys in the Zoom room. I see you in the chat blowing it up with your hearts. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing. Let's look at what it looks like to be grounded, right? When you are grounded, you feel unshakable. You have that center and that balance, and you're able to hold it no matter what's going on for you. I call this being the calm in the storm. People that are grounded, people that are standing in their authentic self and fully in their energy, they are willing to stand up for what's right. They're not people pleasing and saying what they need to make everybody happy. They're connected to their values. They're connected to their priorities. They know what matters. They know right from wrong, and they're willing to stand up for it. And they do this in a way that's humble. It's not egotistic. It's not arrogant. It's not aggressively assertive. They're just willing to stand up for what's right and be their authentic self because they feel strong and they feel confident in that. People that are grounded are not conformists. They don't feel the need to conform to fit in. Like I said, a grounded person is not a people pleaser. They're not just spreading their energy all around to try to get some source of security, some kind of validation from another person. They are whole unto themselves and grounded in their energy, and they know their strength and their values and their worth. Does that make sense? Who feels this way? Let me know if you identify as grounded. Put grounded in the comments below. I see a lot of hearts going on, right? I'm always willing to speak up for what's right. That's right, you are. I love that. Absolutely. That's one that I even when I was ungrounded, I was able to do that one. Absolutely. Nonconformist. I'm seeing you guys relating this. I love that. Only on the weekends. You guys are great. I love you so much. Thank you for participating. Grounding is extremely important, especially for empaths. Now, we were talking about what grounding looks like for anybody in the world, right? Anybody. Everybody needs to be grounded, and we've all been separated from our ground. It's not something that we're taught about as children. It's not something that we're encouraged to do as children in general. And our shoes, which is a whole different conversation, but our shoes, when we switched to rubber soles and started making people wear shoes all the time, then we disconnected from the earth. Before rubber soles, we had leather soles. They were natural, and just walking around would ground us. Just touching the ground would clear our self energetically. But now we have those rubber soles that block electricity, right? So it stops that conduit. So many people, everybody needs to know how to ground and to put energy into making sure it happens. But it is especially important for empaths. Why is it so important for empaths? Because we absorb everything from everyone. The Oxford Dictionary describes an empath as a person with a paranormal ability to perceive the mental or emotional state of another human being. One of my favorite teachers, Rebecca Campbell, expands on this to include places and objects. Empaths are also more sensitive to their own emotions and can be sensitive in a lot of other ways too. I am not only sensitive emotionally, I am sensitive physically. I have a lot of food sensitivities. I have a lot of chemical sensitivities. So it's not just my emotions that are sensitive. My body is sensitive. My stomach is sensitive. I am sensitive on all levels. All of my senses are turned way up. It's like I have heightened receptors. And that's what's going on with empaths, is that our senses are turned way up and we're able to detect upon all these things. So when we have all of this going on, typical people, they have maybe their own emotions that they're dealing with, but a lot of people, they're not even dealing with their own emotions because they've been taught just to bypass them. But empaths, we're picking up everything from everybody. Empaths are almost constantly receiving in input from multiple sources at the same time. Like I said, they're receiving input from themselves, from other people, from the environment, from objects. This is why it is vital for empaths to have a way to process this energy. Who has ever experienced this? Who knows that they do this? Who has gone around their friends, right? Put friend in the comment. If you've gone around your friend and instantly, like the second you walked in the room, your mood changed. Either you were just put in a shit mood instantly, or maybe you have a friend that really lights you up, and when you go around them, they just raise your energy. Who has noticed that? Put friends in the comment, right? Let me know if you've noticed you picking up on the energy from other people. Or what about the environment? Have you ever walked into a room and known that there was just an argument in there, or walked into a property and known that something bad has happened there? Do you have issues when you go to hospitals or maybe funerals? These are all environments that have really turned up energetics that you will often pick up as an empath. And we pick it up because we can't help it. It's like we're looking for it everywhere and we hold on to it. This is why we need to know how to release this at the end of the day and how to release it in general. Friends, yes, feelings in certain places. Graveyards, yes, graveyards are definitely a really high energy place that you can feel things. And I can always tell when someone's pregnant. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm seeing all of these different ways that you guys are picking up energy, and I love these shares. Let me know what you have picked up on and what you notice. Yucky feelings in certain places, people being pregnant. Love that. Awesome. So this is why it's so important that we do this, because we're getting so much information and we're carrying all this around, right? So we looked at what ungrounded and grounded looks like in just regular schmegular people that aren't connected, super connected the way that we are. Let's look at how it looks like in empaths specifically, right? For the ungrounded empath is taking in all this information, but they feel like they have no power over the energy around them. They don't see any power. They don't feel like they have any power over the energy around them. It's just coming at you. It can feel like an attack. Put attack in the comments if you've ever felt that way, right? The reason that they feel attacked is because they do not know how to process their energy. They don't know how to process their emotions, and they certainly don't know how to process the energy and emotions of someone else. For ungrounded empaths, it can be very difficult to differentiate between your feelings and the feelings of others. Sometimes you think that you're in a crappy mood and you don't know why, not realizing that it's actually your coworker or your friend or your spouse, right? You just feel like you're in a crappy mood too. Who's ever been that way, right? Put others in the comments if you have a hard time figuring out like your feelings from other people, or if you've ever been like hanging out with your friend, you had a really bad attitude and then you left and felt amazing right away, and it's like, oh well, maybe it was just their shitty attitude, right? This is something that's not uncommon for ungrounded empaths to do. We just do it naturally, right? Ungrounded empaths may or may not be aware of energetic processes and tools to manage their energy. Often, when we start learning about the tools, there's a period of time. It takes, even if the second you learned that tools existed, you started using them, it would take at least 90 days for it to become a process that is natural and normal to you. So often we know that something works for us and something helps us, but we don't keep on doing it, right? Like I can't tell you how many times I've restarted my healthy eating plan or restarted doing yoga or restarted my meditation practice, right? Like, so just because you know how to emotionally regulate yourself, just because you took a class one time on somatic breathing, like you might have tools, but you might not be using them, right? But you can have those tools and still be ungrounded, is what I'm saying. And an ungrounded empath often struggles to start or be consistent with that daily practice and expression. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You might have the tools, but it's hard for you to use them. You know that meditation really balances you and regulates you. You know that when you do yoga, you are in a better place physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, but you still can't get up and get that motivation. And if that's going on with you and you're ungrounded, I want you to know you're not alone. These are very, very common side effects from being ungrounded as an empath. Let me check out the comments. I see a lot popping up. I don't see others' comments. Oh, there are comments in multiple places. We have comments on Zoom. We have comments live on Facebook. So you may or may not see everybody's comments. All of the time sucks feeling all of others. Yes, it's really hard when you have to feel other people's energy all the time, but you don't have to. You don't have to, which is exactly why we're having this experience today. So you can learn how not to do that and how to protect yourself from it, and how to get your energy working in a way to where you're not just collecting everybody's energy like a duster. Like they're showing me a duster. They're so funny. So we're looking at ungrounded. Put ungrounded in the comments below if you relate with this ungrounded empath, if this is sounding like you. And in the meantime, let's look at the grounded empath, right? So a grounded empath understands how to process the energy within them and around them. They know how the energetic process works. They're able to manage their own energy and to manage their own emotions. And they can differentiate their emotions from those of others. When we're able to walk in the room and realize that our friend is having a hard time and is in a difficult place emotionally, and not just take that on and also be having that hard time in that difficult place emotionally, if we can walk in on our partner and realize that they're having a bad day and they can use some support instead of also starting to have a bad day and then like going at each other, this becomes a really powerful tool that we have to make our lives better and the lives of others better as well. When we understand what's going on from them and we're not taking on their emotions, we're able to come to them in a compassionate way. Does that make sense? So it's a really powerful thing when you get to a place where you can differentiate your emotions from the emotions of others. Grounded empaths most likely have a daily practice to empty out on an energetic level. I have never heard of a spiritual leader, a spiritual person that gets to a point where they no longer have to meditate. It doesn't happen. No one works out so much that they never have to work out again. No one makes so much money that they have to never work again. Nobody meditates so much that you never have to meditate again. It doesn't happen. It's a daily practice. It's something that you have to do regularly, like brushing your teeth, like taking a shower. If you don't do it regularly, you're going to notice, right? And you do the way that we have an energetic practice that we do on a regular basis is by actively using tools such as meditation, journaling, time with nature, exercise, art, or dance to avoid built up or stagnant energy. They're not just thinking, oh, I'm gonna meditate so great in the morning that no energy is going to attach to me. That doesn't happen. You don't do such a great meditation. You're not so blessed by the universe that all of a sudden nothing ever affects you. You're constantly clearing, you're constantly addressing it. And that's how you stay that way, right? Just like if you're on a medication, you don't take it one time and then stop. You need to take it regularly to continue to have those results. And the grounded empath is regularly using their regulation tools to keep their energy balanced. This is one of my favorite images to use when I talk about grounding and the effects of not being grounded. I live in the Midwest and we have a lot of storms, and every so often there'll be a storm and you'll see a picture like this big, great big trees uprooted and pulled out of the ground. And when you look at it, their root structure is actually very shallow. Of course, this tree was easily ripped out of the ground. Of course, it fell on its face, right? Just like when you're an unbalanced empath, when you're walking around carrying everybody's crap, when you're walking around carrying all of your crap from the last 2, 3, 4, 10 decades, when you're walking around holding all this with yourself, someone can come and push you over and you're just going to topple over. You're just going to fall on the face. Life is going to happen and you're not going to be able to handle it because you don't have that deep rooting system. Does that make sense? So as big and as tall as this tree grew, it didn't have the roots to support its growth. And this is what often happens on a spiritual journey, is that we move up and up and up without taking care of that rooting down first. And then when some real world stuff happens, we're so far up, we're so far out in the ethers that we're not ready for that real world interaction. And it just completely takes us out, right? How many times have you felt like this in life? Like something happened and you were just flattened on your face. I can't tell you how many times I felt that way. Time and time again, things happen. I used to feel like every fall, my life fell apart. That's what I felt for years and years. I felt like every fall, life just came up and smacked me in the face and knocked me down, and I had to figure out how to get myself up again by spring. For years, I felt that way. Now that I have this energetic work, now that I have energetic hygiene and I'm able to keep myself balanced, in the fall time, I see opportunity for growth, opportunity for renewal, opportunity for rebuilding. And that growth that came from the destruction for years absolutely still happens, but it happens in a way that's not so devastating. It's not so dramatic or traumatic, right? I'm not being ripped up by my roots. I'm bending and flowing with the wind in the direction that I need to go. And it just makes life so very much easier. And this is exactly what I want for you guys to have. As an energetic healer, I often see the unbalances that come with not being grounded, not being fully in the body. I really love that so far you guys have been voting so heavily for the chakra balance, because this is the balance that so many people need. As an energy healer, I often see people stuck either in their bottom 3 chakras or top 3 chakras. Our bottom 3 chakras are really our connection to the earth and to our 3D realm and to everything solid and here and now, right? Our upper 3 chakras are our connection to divine, our connection to above, to the astral. Our heart is the bridge between. When we're not connected to God, when we're not in connection with our divinity, we are often, when we're hurt, when we're traumatized, we will hide in the bottom 3 chakras. Another way traumatization can happen is we get scared to be in our body, and then we get stuck in the upper 3 chakras. Let's look at what these imbalances look like. And I would love for you to share with me if you feel that you have either of these imbalances. People that are stuck in the bottom 3 chakras are in survival mode. This is fight, flight, fawn, freeze, right? These are the survival modes. They feel that they're the victim. They're often the scapegoat in a family. You have a scapegoat mentality. Everybody blames everything on me. Someone who is stuck in their bottom 3 chakras might find themselves being very controlling or easily controlled. They often avoid the higher chakras. They might be forsaking God. I know that I used to say when I was really stuck in my lower 3 chakras, that there was no God. And if there was, God didn't care about me, because look at how awful everything was. Because I was stuck in my shadow and I could not see the light. When you are stuck in your shadow, when you cannot see the light, this causes you to be so very lonely because you're disconnected and you don't understand that you're connected to your source. You cannot feel that connection. Is one of the loneliest things there can be. You can see why this imbalance is so difficult to handle. It's so hard to walk around the earth stuck in the bottom three. And this is why I love helping people get fully in their body as much as possible and grounded, because we want to rebalance these imbalances. Let's look at what it feels like to be stuck in the upper three. When you are stuck in the upper three, you're often spacey, cannot focus. You're in the clouds, right? Have you ever heard, oh, they walk around with their heads in the clouds? Someone walking around and with their heads in the clouds is not grounded. They are stuck in their upper three chakras. They might be resisting their incarnation. They'd rather be on the astral. This can feel like, I don't want to be on this earth. This can feel like I was born on the wrong planet. It often feels like being disconnected with humanity. Like I said, those bottom three chakras are what connects us to the earth realm, right? So people that are stuck in the upper three often feel disconnected with humanity, and they can sometimes be in denial of their shadow. I don't have any shadow. Nothing's wrong. Life is great. Bad things never happen to me, right? They think they're doing what's called spiritual bypassing, where they're just going to everything is love and light, not I need to process the lower emotions, right? Something will come up that they need to process and they just shove it down and they put love and light on top of it, but you really need to process that, right? Also, people that are stuck in their upper threes might find themselves being very critical and judgmental of others. Looking at these, do you think that you have either of these imbalances? Put upper or lower in the comments and let me know if you feel that you have either of these imbalances. Now, we talked about all the different ways that an empath can be imbalanced. And I want you to know that, like, even though I'm talking about all these seeming weaknesses of empaths, they're really not. They're just imbalances. Empaths are very powerful. Yes, we are sensitive, and there are all these things that we take on that other people do not take on. But the reason that we take this on is because we are able to handle it. Okay. If you are an empath, you are a powerful superhuman. Seriously. Empaths have the power to receive, examine, release, hold on to, transmute, increase, and shift energy. You are aware of that energy because you are able to do something with it. You can go into that room that is filled with that nasty, funky energy, and you can transmute that energy. You can neutralize it. You can ground it and get it out of the room. You can fill the room with light and love. It's amazing the things that we can do as empaths who are able to detect and manipulate energy. So many empaths don't know this, and they feel like they are a victim of their empathy. Put a V in the comment if you've ever felt like you're a victim of your empathy. I know that I have definitely felt like I was a victim of my empathy. Why do I need to be like this? Next time, I'm not going to be like this, right? I've absolutely said all of these things. But now that I know what I'm able to do with it, now that I've seen the change that I'm able to affect, this is the exact work that I do when I do energy work. This is the exact work that I do when I do life coaching work, is I help people to identify the energy that they're having and move it through them. And I help them to look at it, figure out what they need to do with it, release it, and transmute that energy into positive energy. It's a very, very powerful experience, right? All empaths are able to do this. There's no reason that you need to feel a victim of your empathy. Ungrounded empaths can often be overwhelmed with energy. This can lead to low self esteem, isolation, and depression. But this is not necessary. There are tools that you can learn that will help you with this. Being an empath is a gift for those who know how to manage their energy and empathy. Many empaths and sensitives don't have the skills and understanding that's required to handle their gift in a way that allows them to thrive. Like I said, these are not skills we were taught growing up in most cases. And that is why it's crucial for empaths to learn to manage and control the flow of energy within them and around them so they can thrive in life, so they can move forward, serving their mission and doing their purpose, lighting up their light and igniting the light of others. So who's ready to do that? Who's ready to learn some ways to manage and control the flow of energy within you? Put ready in the comments below if you are ready to start learning and managing to control the flow of energy within you so you can start to thrive in life. Seeing a lot of hearts going up. You guys are great. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready too, right? Absolutely. And you're like, you're ready. Yes, I am absolutely ready. This is always a process that we can do and we can go deeper. Even if you've done this process before, even if you use these tools before, you can always recommit yourself to them and continue to deepen your relationship with yourself, deepen your relationship with your body, deepen your relationship with the earth, and really learn how to master these vehicles that we chose for our wonderful blessed spirits. Yes, so ready steady. You guys are so cute. Absolutely. So let's talk about 3 ways to ground yourself, and these are my very favorite ways to ground myself that I do on a very regular basis, right? The first thing that I do every single day is I meditate. And this is my go-to, right? This is the go-to for nervous system regulation and for connecting to yourself and connecting to spirit, right? Is meditating. We want to do that every single day. Other things that we can do, salt baths. Salt baths I do almost every single day as well. All these things, honestly, I do almost every single day. Salt baths are very, very grounding, and they are a powerful way to energetically clear the energy off of yourself. The salt in the bath is going to help release any kind of stagnant, funky energy that you have received throughout the day. It's also a really good mineral supplement for your skin. But salt baths, being in water, I think I saw someone talking about being in water in the comments, right? Being in water is one of the most grounding things that you can do and one of the most clearing things that you can do. So you can do that by being in water in nature or taking a salt bath at home. This is a really good way, especially right now. We are going towards the end of Midwest winter. So it's not as easy to go outside and be in water outside. So being in water in a salt bath is a very powerful thing that you can do to ground yourself. My favorite is water. Yes, my favorite is water too. I'm totally obsessed with it. I love it. So taking salt baths, taking that time to energetically clear yourself. And when I'm in the salt bath, I visualize myself as clearing as well. And this is kind of like taking my meditation and working it into the salt bath, where I see myself releasing everything that isn't mine, releasing everything that is mine that doesn't serve me, that I'm ready to let go of, and clearing that off. And I watch the water go down and watch all that energy go down with the water as well. And that's a powerful way that I can really amp up what's already happening naturally from the water and the salt. Another really good way to ground naturally is to spend time in nature, and in particularly spend time earthing. As I touched on earlier, our shoes having rubber soles really disconnected ourselves from Mother Earth in a way that no one could have imagined when they invented rubber soles. Spending time in nature, spending time with your flesh, with yourself in contact with the earth is a very, very powerful way to ground. If you spend time hugging a tree or sitting against a tree or walking barefoot in nature, nature will naturally start to pull out what does not serve you. Who has ever hugged a tree and noticed how amazing it feels? Who's done that? I've absolutely done it. I am an avid tree hugger. I will also sit with the tree next to a tree and put my spine against the back of the tree and ask the tree, can you clear me out? Help clear me of what's not mine. And I can actually feel it being pulled out of my body into the tree and into the earth below me. These are very powerful ways that you can do this. Again, move your meditation practice into this and visualize it, see it, right? See that every time you step your foot on the earth, energy that does not serve you is going into the earth. See that you are releasing your energy into the earth and you are pulling up earth energy into yourself, right? Sit next to that tree and see the tree pulling the energy out of you. Give that tree a hug and visualize the energetic exchange that's happening, right? I'm looking at the comments. Walk in the forest or even just sit outside and listen to the trees blow, birds chirp, distant wind chimes, etc. Yes, it's very grounding. I love that. I tree hug almost every weekend. Yes, I love that too. So we got some water girlies, we got some tree huggers up in here. I know that we have some forest walkers in here as well. Like these are all very powerful ways to ground. And the very number one way to keep yourself grounded, like I said it in the beginning, I'm saying it in the end, I'm going to say it all over the place. And that is developing a regular meditation practice. This is the brushing your teeth of grounding, taking some time every single day to connect with yourself, to connect with the earth, and really tune in is the most grounding and regulating thing that you can do for yourself. This week, when I was getting ready for this class, I came across a video and it was talking about the law of 100. The law of 100 states that if you spend 100 hours doing anything in a year, that you are going to have that mastered better than 95% of the people in the world if you spend that amount of time working on it. And it only takes 18 minutes a day, 18 minutes a day to hit that 100 hours a year, right? That's how long it takes, is 18 minutes a day to hit 100 hours a year and be a master, right? Developing a meditation practice, deciding to devote yourself from anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes a day of meditation, and give yourself that time to clear out what doesn't serve you and allow in what can serve you. To really connect with the earth and connect with spirit is one of the most powerful things that you can do. And that's why we are going to do it together today. I'm going to check the comments real quick. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a mermaid tail. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I love that. That is going to be incredibly cleansing and grounding. Oh my goodness, please connect with the mermaid energy and let us all know how amazing that is. I really love that. Yeah, so there's so many different ways that we can connect with nature and we can start this grounding process. The most powerful way that we can do, in my opinion, the thing that really changed my life and turned things around was developing a daily meditation practice. When I started my spiritual journey, like I said, I was taken from zero to hero in a month. It was absolutely incredible. And that high lasted me a good 6 months before it started to dip. And then I was in a cycle of up and down where I would stop meditating. I would stop doing yoga. I would stop doing my practice. And then my whole life would fall apart. Everything was so hard. The sky was falling. I was crying. Then I would remember, oh my goodness, I need to eat right, exercise, do my meditation. Otherwise, I'm not going to feel right, and it would up and down and back and forth. And never realizing, like, because I always thought, like, oh, I'm going to do this and then it's going to be better, right? That's what we think. I'm going to go through, 3 months of intense energy work, and then I'll be so balanced that I'm never going to get unbalanced. And that's just not how it works, right? And I would do that. I would do the intense work, and then I would feel better, and then I would be unbalanced. And then I would do some more intense work and I would feel better. and then I would be unbalanced. And over again, this happened, right? How many times have you done that? Put roller coaster in the comments if you found yourself on a roller coaster of doing good and then doing crappy because you stopped taking care of yourself, right? Everything's amazing, everything's awful. And now I'm going to fix it. Now everything's amazing. And then I'm going to stop fixing it. Now everything's awful, right? I think that so many of us do that as humans, and I spent a long time doing that. And when I implemented a daily practice, when I implemented regular energetic hygiene, that is what was able to sustain me and get me going to where those ups and downs were more kind of like fun curves in the road as opposed to, you know, a traumatic roller coaster that was just making everything so difficult. Roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster for sure. Ooh, I love your little roller coaster emoji. That's so cute. Yes, I love that. See, I want to get you guys off of this roller coaster. And for me, the secret key was discipline and grounding and really developing a meditation practice, which I know can be difficult. And that's why when I'm teaching my one-on-one clients, when I'm teaching my Ascension Circle members and my students, we start with a practice that only takes about 5 minutes a day, and we add it from there. So that's the practice that we are going to do now. It is 1:53. We have been going for almost an hour now. So I want you to just take a second and stand up. If you're sitting down, stand up and give yourself a wiggle. Give yourself a shake. Give yourself a second to move around. Maybe grab a drink of water, right? Get the sillies out because it's hard to sit for 53 minutes. And then we're going to sit for another 5 minutes. So let's do just a little bit. And this is what I'm doing here. I know it looks wild, right? It's somatic shaking. And that's another powerful way that you can just shake energy off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Right? Yes, I've seen you guys in your roller coasters. You're so cute. Absolutely. So get yourself shook and ready for a nice little 5-6 minute meditation that we're going to do. And I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to run this earth energy. Yes. Right. Wow, I shake. Yes. All the shaking. Do it. Okay, I think you guys are shook up. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop my video off, and then we are going to run our earth energy together. Girl, yes, I jiggle too. You're so cute. I wiggle and jiggle. I shake it and quake it. I'm about it. You guys are so cute. I love you. Okay, let's get ourselves in a comfortable position. I like to be seated cross-legged, but you could be laying down. You could be in a chair with your feet on the floor. Please do what you can to make sure that some part of you is connected to a firm surface, right? This is where our ground is, and we want to be connected to the earth in some way, whether that's your bottom against your bed or your chair or the floor, or your feet against the floor. Find some kind of stability and comfort for yourself. If you are in your car, I suggest that you wait to the replay to do this exercise. You could just listen, but you don't want to be closing our eyes or zoning out or anything. So I'm going to put that quick caveat in there. But if you're not in your car, find yourself a comfortable spot and get yourself settled in. And we're going to start by taking a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth if you're able. We'll take 3 deep breaths, starting with a deep grounding breath in through your nose and a long clearing breath out through your mouth. Deep grounding breath in, long clearing breath out. One more time. Deep grounding breath in, and a deep clearing breath out. Now start to breathe normally as you begin to relax. Envision there's a golden light coming from above in through your crown chakra, bringing you relaxation. Relaxing first your forehead, your temples. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Relax your shoulders and your arms, your wrists and your fingers. Relax your chest, your back, and your torso. Continue breathing as you feel your stomach relax, your hips and thighs. Allow this relaxation to move down past your knees, calves, ankles, and feet. And with your awareness at your feet, start to see yourself as having roots that go down into the earth. Watch as these roots go past any flooring that you might be near, down the building, past the street, past dirt, rocks, underground rivers, and crystal caves, all the way down to the core of Mother Earth. Notice that this beautiful core is a gorgeous crystal. And the second your roots see it, they instantly wrap around this energetic core. As soon as you wrap around this core, earth energy is sent back up through your roots. Notice what color this earth energy is today. Notice that as this earth energy is being sent up your energetic roots, you are naturally draining any energy from your body that does not serve you down these energetic roots. Anything that is not yours, anything that is somebody else's, anything that no longer serves you, anything that is out of balance and out of accordance with your highest good naturally flows down these roots. Take a moment to observe this process and notice how you feel. This earth energy moves up your spinal column and clears each and every one of your chakras along the way. It travels up your spine, clearing your root chakra and your sacral chakra. It moves up to thoroughly clean out your solar plexus. And we are really clearing those solar plexuses today, guys. Yes, we are clearing that out. Wonderful. The earth energy moves up, clearing your heart chakra and your throat chakra. your third eye, and your crown. Wonderful. And as this beautiful earth energy comes out of your crown chakra, it pours down on your energetic body and fills every single one of your cells, every bit of your energetic being with this beautiful, healing Mother Earth energy, cycling out everything that does not serve and filling up that space with beautiful, pure potential straight from Mother Earth. Take a moment to observe this beautiful earth loop that you have created. Congratulations, you are now running earth energy through your body. Know that you can do this anytime you desire. And once you have started this earth loop, it will continue on its own. Notice how it feels. Notice the colors. Notice if Mother Earth has anything to say to you today. You might receive a message. Now that we have established this wonderful earth loop, as I said, this energy will continue through you throughout the day, processing what isn't yours, filling you up with beautiful energy from Mother Earth. Knowing that we have this beautiful, as established energetic connection with the earth, start to come back. Start to come fully back into the room and into your body. Just to open your eyes, knowing that you are grounded and you are here and you are ready for the day. Come back, come back, come back. Welcome back. How was that for you guys? Put in the comments how that experience was, how it felt. I could really feel some amazing energy shifts. Like I said, especially in that solar plexus, you guys are really doing a lot of clearing in that solar plexus, which is a really powerful chakra. I mean, all of them are, but our solar plexus is where we put our sense of self. So I really love that we did a little extra work on clearing out anything that isn't ours in that chakra, because our sense of self should be filled with ourselves, right? Does that make sense? Absolutely. I'm seeing some hearts throwing up. Let me check the comments. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. You're so very welcome. It was very calming. Yes, I think it's calming for me to even say it. Yes, absolutely. I saw a golden light fill me from head. Oh, that's beautiful. Filled with golden light from head to toe. I love that. Absolutely. Oh, that's very powerful. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Yes, this is exactly how easy it is. Right there, we just did it in like 5 or 6 minutes. You're connected in, you're grounded in. It's not that it's a difficult practice to do, it's just that it's a habit that we need to develop. But that, yes, that is how quickly we can connect into the earth and start to release what it is that is bogging us down and stopping us from moving forward as our beautiful light-bodied light worker selves. Thank you all so much for being here today. That is our session for today. And I am so grateful for you being here for this. Thank you all so much for staying till the end. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, grounded and connected and clearing. I invite you to really spend some time noticing how this feels for yourself and how you feel differently going throughout the day. And maybe even take 5 minutes before you go to bed to do this process again. I really want this to be something that you're able to take and move forward in life with. This practice right here, if you did just what we did right now in the last 10 minutes every single day, your life would absolutely change. Yeah, we're getting into more. We're doing more. We're doing healing work. We're connecting to our light and actively turning on our light so it can shine for others. We are going to do more. There's always more to learn and to heal. But that skill, that tool right now that you just have, that you just connected with and started in yourself, that there is enough to change your life. So thank you so much for taking the time and the commitment to be here with me today for the last 70 minutes, actively working on yourself and doing what you can to help heal yourself and heal your frequency. Because as we heal our frequency, as we increase our frequency, as we turn our light on and up, we do the same for those around us. When we heal ourselves, we heal those around us and we heal the world and the collective as a whole. And that, in my opinion, is the most sacred work that we can do. I'm so grateful for you doing this work with me here today. Please, if you know anybody who could benefit from this, let them know about this experience. It is not too late to join. They can watch in the Empath Awakening Facebook group. They can join us on Zoom. They can watch the replays late at night. Let anyone know who can benefit from this that they can. Because like I said, it's my goal to spread as much light as possible. And I need your guys' help to do that. Please join us tomorrow for a live healing experience. As I said, we have a vote for it in the Empath Awakening Facebook group. If you would like to vote on the specific healing we do, go ahead and put in, cast your vote on the poll. There's a poll, so cast your vote. And tomorrow we're going to do a very powerful healing, and I hope that you choose to join us for that as well. So until next time, the light in me acknowledges and bows to the light in you. And so I say, namaste. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye, guys. Oh, I missed you too. I'm so glad that you caught it. You're welcome. I'm just checking up on your guys' comments. You guys are all so sweet. You're also very welcome. Thank you. Oh, thank you for tagging people as well. Oh, I love that. Yes, absolutely. Let your friends know. Okay. Thank you guys. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow.